And I guess what flows out of our relationship with the Lord is that we love people. And we always have loved people, even when we were in the secular world working. We just loved people, and I think that's what the Lord led us into pastoring. We've been pastoring now in almost 12 years in different capacities. Hi, my name is Don Woods. I'm the associate pastor at the new Eagle Worldwide Ministries Covenant Church called Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Live is a new church we're birthing in the Port Dover, Ontario area. I just wanted to let you know a bit about myself, tell you a bit about myself. And
because I'm not teaching from theory. I'm teaching out of a personal experience I had in my life.
I've been an ordained minister for 12 years, working as a pastor in different capacities for those 12 years. It wasn't always that way. I came out of a life of drug abuse and alcohol abuse.
You see, one thing you probably don't know about me is I was a drug addict and an alcoholic for over 20 years of my life.
For actually 20 years of my life, and I was in organized crime for 12 of those years. I spent over 4.5 years in jail on different occasions.
I was in organized crime for 12 years of my life. I've spent 4.5 years in prison. I owned construction companies and I owned restaurants because there was a time in my life where I was making $100,000 to $150,000 a month as a drug dealer in organized crime, which made it real hard for me to break free and start to work for a living.
So I ended up in the restaurant business, bar business, and I was drinking every day and doing about $500 a day of cocaine. And what happened is that I lost everything. I lost my businesses, I lost my family.
And just over a period of time, I lost everything. And I mean everything. I lost my wife, I lost my kids, I lost my family, I lost all my businesses. I lost everything.
And then my life became one big mess. I was losing everything. There was a time in my life where I was making a whole pile of money, and then it started to diminish. My brother, which was in business with me and also in organized crime with me, was in the same boat. We had both lost everything, and we both end up in Toronto living in rooms, both on welfare. A far cry from the money we were making as drug dealers. And one day, I just got sick and tired of being sick and tired. One day, we were walking home, and I found a little TV. And when I took the TV, it didn't have a cord on it. It was like a radio. And so I put a cord on it, and I plugged it into the wall. When I turned it on, I only got one channel, and it was a 24-hour Christian TV channel. So between my books, between this little TV, and between my Bible, I was in that room for roughly 2 years. It became my Bible school.
Because I'm against religion. I hate religion. And the blessing of my life is that a glory cloud set me free. It wasn't a preacher, and it wasn't a church. It was a glory cloud from God. So I don't owe any man anything. But I do owe my life back to the Lord.
I had this desire to be a pastor. Well, I heard that God gives us the desires of our hearts. So eventually what happened was I became an ordained minister. No Bible school. My Bible school was the Holy Spirit in a room with books, tapes, and a little TV.
What can I possibly give you, Lord? All I can give you is what you gave me, and that's my life.
You know, just because my life was turned around and I was out of the darkness into the light, I still have my issues. My family was completely restored back to me. Everything I'd ever lost was restored back to me after that glory cloud experience. But what happened was 4 years after my family was restored back to me, my wife died of cancer. And so it left me with 3 children, 10, 12, and 14. So it wasn't life without problems. It's just that I had the problem solver living in me and with me.
The goal of my life is to apprehend the reason I was apprehended.
And like I started out to say, now we're just birthing a brand new church called Saturday Night Live in the Port Dover area. And my wife and I are the associate pastors. Sometimes I look a little squeaky clean, but it hasn't always been squeaky clean. But thanks to God, He's cleaned the whole mess that I made up.